Unbelievably, the Senate took a vacation today. Yeah, they're going to be gone for a week. With 30 million Americans unemployed are ready to lose those extra jobless benefits that were put in place in March. This is astonishing. You know, Trump is... And his minions, they are setting the stage, and this may be deliberate or maybe not, but they are setting the stage for open rebellion in this country. And when it comes, it's going to be something that this country is going to be shocked about, if and when it comes. There's always a big if about Americans saying, I've had enough of this shit, I'm not going to take any more, and heading into the streets. I don't mean to break windows. I don't mean to set police cars on fire. I mean millions of us in the streets saying we've had enough. We want Trump gone. We're willing to wait till November 3rd, but no longer. We want Trump gone. We want this whole cadre of fascists and sycophants and white racists and neo-Nazis who have clustered around Trump because that's the kind of people he wants around him. We've had enough of them. We want them gone. And they will be gone one way or another. And that is the truth. One way or the other. We can do this peacefully on November 3rd with the power of the election, the power of the vote. Or if that doesn't work, if this monster is voted out of office and he refuses to go, then he is going to fully understand the power of the sleeping giant that is tens of millions of Americans. I feel pretty secure in saying we will not tolerate anyone who violates the fundamental principle that Trump already has, by allowing or participating in his illegal ascension to the presidency with the help of his Russian handlers. We put up with that. But that's it. And I don't think Trump understands that tens of millions of us are respectful of the U.S. Constitution and will take whatever steps necessary to defend it. And I would say to those fascists that cluster around him like flies around a dung heap, you test us, you try us, you will get a reaction from the American people that will shock and stun you. It may alter the political landscape in this country for decades after, but it will happen. It will happen. Where was I? Oh, yeah, 30 million unemployed. Well, the turtle, Mitch McConnell, scuttles off to spend the week with his Russian agent wife, Elaine Chao. I'm sorry, Chinese agent wife. The Russians all cluster around Trump. The Chinese cluster around Mitch McConnell and his wife. So they're all so the Senate leaves. The House has had in place for 2 months, the Democratic-controlled House for 2 months, a plan to continue to help Americans get through this Trump pandemic and the Trump economic meltdown and the Trump disaster that this son of a bitch has brought to this country. But it takes the Senate to confirm what the House put together. And Mitch McConnell, the turtle, took off, along with the rest of these swine. The American Fascist Party, still disguised as the American Republican Party. Not for much longer, boys and girls. Anyway, 30 million workers are set to lose that $600 in extra weekly unemployment benefits that actually have kept most of the country afloat since March. during this Trump pandemic. Top lawmakers in Congress and the ape and his minions in the executive branch remain at an impasse over how to extend the benefits or even whether or not to do it. Incredible, huh? Most of the, according to the Washington Post, most of the last checks to American workers went out this week. And the program officially ended today, Friday. If you're listening to this on Saturday, it's over. And this was a day when the Republicans spent the day shouting insults at Democrats, trying to blame Democrats for the failed negotiations. It's just incredible. The White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, said that the Democrats had rejected what Meadows called reasonable offers. Reasonable. You know what the central part of the reasonable offer was? To cut the $600 a week in extra unemployment compensation by 2/3. Bring it down to $200 a week. And the fact that the Democrats said no, Mark Meadows says, well, that is rejecting a reasonable offer. Does anybody in this country still believe that the Republican Party gives a rat's ass about the working class, the middle class, what's left of it, poor folk? I don't care who it is. The Republican Party, the American Fascist Party, has one constituency, and that's the 1% and above. Anybody else, go screw. They don't care. Nancy Pelosi said the Republicans were a bunch of assholes, my word, not hers, for trying to advance a short-term unemployment insurance fix that would have extended the benefits for 1 week. That's why I use the term assholes. Anyway, Meadows, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, addressing reporters in the White House briefing room today, said, quote, "The president has been very clear for us to be aggressive and forward-leaning to make sure that they get protected, the workers. And yet what we're seeing is politics as usual from Democrats on Capitol Hill." Yes, you're right, Mark Meadows, politics as usual from Democrats. Fascism as usual from you assholes on the right. Disruptive, uncaring, unfeeling. None of you Republicans care a damn what happens to the working class in this country. In fact, you are pushing us right to the edge of the abyss, knowing that before we plunge into the abyss, we are going to resist, and we are going to resist with all the strength that resides within the vast majority of the American people. And I'm not talking about the bully boy strength. I'm not talking about these lard-ass fat boys who dress up in their pretend camos and carry their 50-round semi-autos around and say, "Hey, goddamn, open it up, open it up." I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the real power in this country. And Mark Meadows and the rest of you people, you're toying with disaster. You truly are. And I don't know why you're doing it, because it would be so simple to avoid what is coming. All you would have to do is act responsibly. Do you understand the root of that word, Mark Meadows? Meadows, response, responsible, able to respond. Do you? No, you don't. Never mind. As Mark Meadows was giving his fake press conference today, Pelosi held a news conference on Capitol Hill where she said, in regard to that bogus 1 week extension, I guess that's what it was, of unemployment benefits, Pelosi said, quote, "What are we going to do in a week. She was trying to explain why Democrats rejected that proposal. The proposal was to extend enhanced unemployment benefits at the current $600 weekly level for an additional week. Oh, God. It's such an insult. It's a kick in the groin to every American, man, woman, and child by these Republicans. Just a full drop kick right into the midsection of every single American, what they are saying. I'm okay. Screw you, Jack. You've had your $600 week added on to your unemployment benefits since March. That's enough of the free ride. My God. Economists, as well as us, the great unwashed masses out here, we credit the extra benefits with helping people with basic payments during the crisis, like rent or a mortgage or a car payment or credit card payment, as well as, the extras, like food. Wow. Most states cap weekly unemployment benefits well below $600. And some states offer as little as $275 a week as their maximum. That's the maximum. Can you imagine one of these millionaires that make up the House and the Senate having all their assets taken away from them and then told, okay, live on $275 a week food stamps and whatever you can put together through holding 3 jobs in the gig economy. Go ahead, asshole. Let's see you do it. Oh, no, I don't think so. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com. And never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.